Hello and welcome to another Cliff Reviews Art House. This time I'm reviewing the film Frankenstein, directed by Guillermo del Toro. This is a very impressive film in many respects. It's handsome, rich, confident, and it's immediately engaging. It throws us straight in at the end of the story and then walks us back through it with an elegant use of flashback. I liked the way the film shifts the narration mid-film from Frankenstein to the creature, which echoes the layered storytelling in Mary Shelley's novel. On a purely cinematic level, it is very satisfying. I thought it was a very promising start, but unfortunately it didn't live up to the promise for me. I did enjoy it, but I have a number of issues with it. First, it's far too long. 2.5 hours just feels so indulgent. I think that there is a very entertaining 90-minute film here. However, it's an hour too long for me and I really felt it. The stretch weakens the emotional line, and oddly, for such a long film, several of the key moments still arrive too quickly. This is most obvious in the romantic thread. Mia Goth, as always, has real screen presence. She commands attention whenever she's on screen in any film, and it's the same in Frankenstein. Yet the character is underused and not fully imagined. The tragic romance element remains kind of secondary to the other aspects of the story, but at the same time it feels like it's being asked to carry quite a lot of weight. She appears, she talks to him, and then she's in love. That just isn't convincing for a character played with that much intelligence. It does raise a question. Are we expected to believe that a beautiful woman will fall for the monster simply because the story needs a wounded romance? I worry that this slides towards a slightly sexist pattern. The man is a figure of depth and suffering. The woman is the one who loves him without enough reason. That feels like thin writing. Something similar happens at the end between Victor and the creature. In Mary Shelley's book, the story ends with the creature full of anger and grief. He's been abandoned, he's been refused. His rage is the moral engine of the story. In this version of Frankenstein, the creature forgives very readily. It plays as a father and son reconciliation scene, touching in its intention, but not truly earned by what's gone before. The film seems determined to end on redemption, yet the moment feels unearned. It's as if Del Toro is clumsily reaching back to the sentiment of The Shape of Water without taking us on the journey that would make it believable. This is really the core issue for me. Shelley wrote about creation, responsibility, and the consequences of neglect. She wrote from within a radical and proto-feminist culture. This film moves away from that deep questioning and towards a more standard tragic love story, plus a healing finale. The theology and the philosophy are largely softened. The science and the audacity of making life are pushed aside in favour of a more sentimental idea that love and forgiveness can soften even this horror. It does create a moving mood, but it doesn't actually save anyone or resolve the deeper questions. It is pleasing, but it's not new, and it's not as severe or searching as Shelley's book. Which brings me to the question I was left with. So what? This is a very well made and entertaining version of a story that's been filmed many times. It looks wonderful, it has strong performances, it has moments of real excitement in a monster movie sense, but does it add anything vital to the tradition? I'm not sure it does. When you have this much craft, this much money, this much source material, and a director as imaginative as Del Toro, you hope for something deeper than a handsome tale of suffering, doomed affection, and easy forgiveness. So yes, I admired it. I enjoyed watching it, but it feels a little superficial and a little thin in the places where it most wants to be profound. I think he could have done better than that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.